Hi everyone, Pianistprogrammer here, and you're welcome to my channel. If you were just passing by, like you were just looking for some random videos on AFROBEAT and you stumbled on this video, I want to let you know that you are in the right place. Today what I'm going to be teaching you is very simple and something that you can do right out of the box with your iPhone. So some time ago I searched on YouTube on how to make Afro beats, and most of the videos I saw, or majority of the videos I saw, were videos where people used different kind of sounds, and they were not stock sounds. When I mean stock sounds, I mean sounds that come directly with the DAW, like Fruity Loop or Garageband or any of the other DAWs that you know, like Pro Tools and the rest. So I decided that I will experiment this using just the stock sounds in Garageband, and yes, I was able to come up with the perfect Afrobeat that I vibed to, and I love what I created just using the sounds only on Garageband for iOS. No external sound. Okay, yeah, I did use one external sound, but this external sound came from Apple Loops. Okay, so I'll show you how to do that right now. So sit back and take your phone with you and let's learn together. All right, so first of all, I like to start with the flow of the chords, and I used an electric piano here. So if you look at what I have here, this is an electric piano, and the electric piano sounds like this. Yeah, just those two chords. So essentially just those two chords. So you can listen to what I have here. I'll solo only that instrument, and yeah. Okay, so you're wondering, where can I see this electric piano sound? The electric piano sound is directly in the keyboard category, and you get to more sounds, go to keyboards, and then there you have it, electric piano. Okay, that's that. The metronome for this project is 103 because that's how fast I wanted this Afrobeat to sound. The key signature is, of course, B flat, like you heard, and then the time signature is 4/4. Now let's talk about how I quantize this. I have shown you in my previous video how to quantize this. You can check that in the episode 1 of this series, Garageband for iOS. But how I quantize this is just select quantization, and I selected 1/16 of that. Okay. Now the next one I added was Hollywood strings. I'm going to solo only that, and you just hear it. Essentially, it's exactly the same chord line that I played for the electric piano that I also did for the strings, and the quantization is also 1/16, and I think that's about that for this as well. If you're wondering how I was able to play those chords into my phone, like you can see here, there is a cable. I've shown you how to connect any MIDI device to your iPhone. The video is right at the top. And if you don't have a keyboard like I do, you can use the AKAI MIDI controller. If you do have a keyboard like this, then of course it will come with a kind of printer USB, this time around USB Midi, which you can use for this purpose. Now the next one is Afrobeat. Afrobeat will always come with a lot of snares. Yeah, that's something popular with Afrobeat. And I had to combine the snares of 3 different types of machine drums. The first one is trapdoor, and on that trapdoor sounds like this. Okay, you can find this sound easily. If you go to this sound, I think it's yeah, that's E1. Yeah, E1. If you are using a big keyboard like I'm using here, this is E1. Yeah, I don't know, that sound is not on this interface. Yeah, that sound is not on this interface. Okay, so I just selected that and I quantized this to a swing this time around, because Afrobeat has this kind of swingy feel. Like, to get your groove going, you need that swing feel. So I gave this 1/16 swing heavy. Yeah, that gave me that nice swing that you hear. Bang, 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 like that. Okay, and I also joined another snare. This one is from the sequential drum tracks. I forgot to say that if you want to find the trapdoor sound, just like I have it here, you need to go to the drums category, and under this drums category, don't go with smart drums or acoustic or the beat sequencer. Just go to your more sounds, and then you'll find a trapdoor right there. It's the last one of the options. I hope that will be on the same version of this Garageband for iOS, because you need to update your version. If your version is not up to date, you probably might not have the same sound pack that I do have. And also, I've downloaded some drum kits online. Like you can see here, it says get more drum kits. So I did download some drum kits online, so make sure you do that so that you can have this trapdoor if you don't have it presently. The next one, like I said, is sequential drum tracks. You can also find that sequential drum tracks in the same place, like in the same place that I just found the trapdoor, and that's it there. Sequential drum, like that. Okay, drum tracks. Then I'll solo the both of them together, but without that, first let's see. Sounds like this. Okay, that key is okay, yeah, so this one is on the interface, so it's the last option of this interface. I'm tapping it now, as you can hear, so you can add that, and if you listen to both of them together, sounds like this. Okay, the last one I added, which was exactly the same thing I played, but this time around, was an 808. So an 808, you get it from the same place where I just came from, modern 808, and that's it there, modern 808. Okay, modern 808, and exactly the same sound you just heard. I needed that clap feel to help the snares for the Afrobeat, so I just added that 808. Let me try to figure out where that sound is. Okay, yeah, that's D sharp 1. Let me see whether it's on this interface. Yeah, so it's the clap on this one. That's where it is. So if you listen to the 3 of them together, that forms my snare, you have something like this. Okay, and now it sounds a little bit fuller. Okay, let's talk about the next one, which is Roland TR-606. Okay, so you're wondering, why did I do this? Okay, without this one I just did now. The Afrobeat is actually going to sound very dry. I can play it for you so that you understand what I'm saying. You kind of get the idea, right, just by listening to this, but you would agree with me that it still sounds dry. It sounds not full. Sounds like some things are missing in the condiment of the Afrobeat. Like, you know, this thing is like a dish. It's like a cuisine that you prepare. Beats are like cuisines that you prepare. It's like food. So you really want to put all the ingredients to make sure that when it is eventually cooked, like, it's very rich. So I added that. You can listen to how it sounds with what I just added now. Without. With. So obviously that makes a huge difference in the sound. And what did I do here is from the same electronic drum kit, Roland TR606, just like I've showed you before, that same place where I just found the modern 808 sequential drum tracks and the rest. You'll find it there, but this one I think should be the sticks. Yeah, the last option here as well, the sticks. So I just did something like that, and you can always replicate that as well in your own project. Let's move on to the next one. It's the classic drum machine. Sounds like this. Yeah, this is the bass. Like, this is what gives it the groove itself. So let me turn on some. Yeah, good. So that's that. And exactly what did I do here? Yeah, that's that. For this one, I took the bass part of it. Okay, and yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. There's this deep house bass. Sounds like this. Yeah, so this is just to give the beat some kind of life so that it doesn't sound too dry and boring. Something to just get it going, give it that groove of something is emotion. Something is emotion, yeah. And I also made some adjustment to that sound itself when I recorded it. First of all, I reduced the treble a lot. You can see this in the plugins. From the visual effect, I dropped the treble side of things on this EQ. I dropped the treble side a lot and also dropped the mid a little bit so that it's kind of enclosed so that I can have the sound, the perfect sound I was looking for. Yeah, I also added one more, the same one, just to complement for this one. Just some notes. Okay, and for both of them I added a little bit of echo. As you can hear, it was echoing while it was playing. The next one is the sequential bass. Sounds like this. This is actually the juice. Yeah, this is the juice of this beat itself. It's the juice of the beat. Yeah. And for this one too, I added a lot of echo because I wanted that like that. And of course the reverb, just to give it your surround feel and to make you feel like you're in a big hall or something. Okay, so that it can gel well, like it can gel, it can mix thoroughly with the beats. If you look at this, I also reduced the treble part of the EQ and increase the bass slightly so that it's kind of deep to fit in with the beats, like to fit in with that bass, like doom doom when something comes in, so they sit well. The retro bass, yeah, doom 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 doom. Okay, and I did something like this. Something like that. And of course, you already heard that there's a kind of echo there because I wanted that to really show. So I added echo, a little bit of reverb, and increase the bass and increase the treble, reduce the treble and reduce the bass as well. Like you can see in the plugin section, I reduced the bass, I reduced the treble, and I left only the mid section so that that mid part can come out properly, because I've removed some frequencies from the other sounds. I've removed the bass part, I've removed the treble part of some other frequencies, so I wanted this mid part to also take that shape. And I've enabled bass, I've enabled the frequency for the bass side for some other sounds, so I wanted to remove it here as well so that they can all mix together. We're pretty much almost done. The next one is this Roland. This one is kind of it's a conga or bongos. I can't really say precisely, but it sounds more like conga. You listen to it in perspective, you understand this. Yeah, you just add it when the flow transcends to the second chord. So the first chord is like fa, then mi. When you get to that mi, you just add it like dum dum. It's like so so. The bongo sounds like so so, so it complements. But you know bongos don't really have notes like that, or they do. Yeah, maybe they do. But this sounds, I was looking for that bongo sound that was like so so, something like that. So I'm looking for this sound. Yeah. Yeah, that's the sound. This is F. Okay. And one more thing, I got these percussion sounds from the Apple Loops. So I just went to Apple Loops and I searched for percussion. I found one that fit what I was doing and I just dragged it in, and the name is Faine Club. It sounds like this. Merely listening to this now might not make sense to you. Like you wonder, why did I choose something like this? I mean, are you kidding me? Why did you choose something like this? But eventually when you hear it in the mix, I was looking for just one particular sound to pop out. And this stuff just gave me exactly what I wanted. So the other part of the clip that didn't sound like it was fitting in was kind of quiet because other frequencies were way overshadowing it. So what I needed was just fine. And then the last one, second to the last, yeah. Now this one will just give you a kind of something like that, like when the beat comes in perspective. Let me give you what that will do. Something like this. Can you hear like that first beat gives you that attack? Yeah, so I added that to give me the attack that I needed for these beats to pop properly. Okay, and that sound is Roland TR909. It's like the 808, but this is 909. That sound is yeah, any of those sounds, I think. Yeah, I think any of those sounds. Yeah, it must be any of these two claps you can use. And finally, another one to also complement for that, and this time around I went for something that has more reverb and something like a shaker, just a little bit like a shaker, so that it's not dry. Like that first bang is not dry, it sounds like something like that, if you get the idea. So I'll be muting them one by one so that you can hear it in perspective, what I'm taking out and what I'm adding. Okay, and as you can see, I've done all the mixing. Some of them I reduced their volume, some of them their volumes are in the highest. Like you can see this retro bass, the volume is in the highest because I needed it to pop like really well. Okay, so listen to the first one. This is just the main thing. Okay, I'll add the strings. I'll add this in. So this is how you really start. Yeah, by now you can feel the groove, like you can feel what I'm feeling. It was really fun. Yeah, you can hear that part now. And lastly, the two of them. Nice. And that's how I came about it. Yeah. Well, so that's how I came about this AFROBEAT, just with my iPhone. Like seriously, I never expected that I'll be able to pull this off with just my iPhone, because I felt like I needed external sounds. I felt like most of the videos, like I said, most of the videos that I saw on YouTube and the videos that I've watched about other producers, I saw them dragging in different sounds, like external sounds from packs, like sound packs that they bought somewhere or that they acquired somewhere. Nobody's ever talking about the fact that you can use the stock sounds on Garageband, and this is why I am doing this video. This is why I'm out here on my channel, to prove that you actually don't need these external stuffs to make your beats, like to make your beats pop. You actually don't need them. Garageband and Apple has made these things possible, and they've made these things available to us to have fun. So why not have fun? And before you start spending all the money trying to buy fancy gadgets and trying to buy sound packs, why not just try what you have first? Most importantly, download the latest sound packs from Apple Loops, and yeah, from the store and from the market, you'll be able to get some rich sounds that you can use to create your beat. So I'm hoping that you'll be able to replicate this like I've done here. And if you have any question concerning this video, if you want me to share this file as well, I can of course share this file. I'll be very willing to. You can make your comments in the comment section, and I will see you guys right there. And of course, if you have not subscribed to my channel, right now is the time to do that, because hey, I'll be exploring GarageBand from now on to the fullest, to be able to do other beat types like this, like Afrobeat, Latino beats, whatever you want. Just comment them in the comment section. If you're still thinking whether you should hit that like button, why not change the color from gray to blue right now? Yeah, so hit the like button if you did enjoy this video, and also the subscribe button if you don't want to miss out of my next beat production. And until next time, always remember to keep learning Cheers.